Damn. Ooh. Whoa. Damn, poor guy. He's in over his head, man. He's definitely way in over. Ooh. Drugs? Oh, drugs. Was that you, right? Was it drugs? Oh, the sacrifice? Fair enough. Hell yeah. What the OST, bro? I mean, I guess that's fair, but come on, man. Oh. Damn. Oh, that's cool. Is he supposed to be shedding his scales? Is that normal? Alright, let's talk about Tomb Raider King Episode 2. If you want to see the reaction, you can check it out on Patreon, link in the description down below. I recommend check it out, then come back here for the review. And with that said, my name is Mark, and yeah, so like and subscribe as well. Almost forgot to say that, but with that said, if you're new here, strap in. If you've been here before, you know what to do. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, grab your notebooks, and let's talk about the episode. So, this episode, we continue where we left off, or literally right where we left off, with our main character, whose name is Jujutsu. I think I'm gonna call him main character, because as I said last time, some names, Korean names, are a little hard for me to pronounce. So rather than risk butchering it, I'm just gonna call him the MC until I get used to it. I also did watch the episode in the Korean dub, because I didn't realize there was a Korean dub out for it. If I knew that, I would have watched it episode 1 in the Korean dub as well. I did watch episode 2, and I'm gonna watch every episode in the Korean dub going forward. Really good, by the way. I recommend you check it out. Even if you don't check out my reaction, but you should. But we get to see our main character will just completely destroy them all easily, and we also get to see him use the relic, the dagger, the Egyptian-looking dagger, to its full potential. Which honestly, fair enough. And after that, he left. He just left them after he kicked their asses. Then the guy whose name I already forgot called his sister, I think, to report that their errand boy took everything that he had on him, including their money and a Buddha statue. And she didn't believe him, of course, because of course, why would their errand boy suddenly be able to stand up to all of them? But once she heard that the Buddha statue was taken, it was a different story. And so she told him to get it back. And so, turns out, there's something inside the Buddha statue. My hypothesis was drugs, because that would make sense. Like, why? That's a great way to smuggle in drugs and stuff, is through like artwork and like relics and stuff. It makes sense. Well, maybe not relics per se, but like you know what I mean. It makes sense. That's how you could do it. And there was some kind of I don't know if it was a liquid or a powder, but he then proceeded to call his buddy, who looked out for him, who was the police detective, investigator, officer, Gyeon-woo, who then proceeded to just arrest everyone. Arrest everyone that was there involved. And she struggled, man. She had a crash out at the end because our main character then called and told her that she should change the passwords on their rooms and all that. Because like he knew the future, of course. Like not the future per se. He knew everything already. And I just thought it was funny how they cleanly, might I add, kind of cleaned this all up. And then, so with that, he's moving on to his way home, to his apartment. But he also did get some starting capital from a reward or whatever. And that was cool. And so he arrived at his apartment. I almost said starting capital. He arrived at his apartment to find, lo and behold, a tomb had appeared and just covered it. And so here's a real question. Do you think they're covered under like the I don't know, like would like a house would insurance cover a tomb appearing and just destroying your house and everything? Like, is there like an act of God, like clause in insurance or something? I actually have no idea. I imagine there has to be, right? It has to be that has to count for an act of God. right? But then again, I don't know if Korea has a place like that, a clause like that in insurance. But it doesn't matter. Or even if if an act of God causes something outside of America. But point is, I hope people got reimbursed for that. Our main character, not so much. I'm cool with him not getting reimbursed for it personally. But he decides to get closer because, of course, and he also asks the question of is it good or bad? And objectively, it's probably a bad thing that a tomb just appeared and covered his house. But at the same time, it could be good depending on what's in the tomb. And so, fast forward, we later learn that there is someone from the States, the CIA, and someone from Japan is there too. And they're like, okay, so we know why you were here. Let's not beat around the bush. The relic is ours, sort of thing. And they're, because the CIA people were planning on blowing the place up. And I'm like, fair enough, but like, is that really a smart idea, blowing up everything? And so, there's that. Meanwhile, our main character is like, yo, I'm gonna follow the yellow brick road, or in this case, the red lines of language, because he can see the tomb's language, whatever it's called, the relic language, or whatever it's called, and he follows it because he really does have like the perfect skills for this with his like archaeologist relic that he had. And so we get to learn that if you can read the language, you can not only find the entrance, but also avoid traps and stuff, which is pretty cool. And so, of course, what do you know? He activates the entrance, he opens it up, and it sends a giant beam of light into the sky. And I'm like, are you sure that's a good idea, bro? That seems a little, I don't know, little rash, if you ask me, drawing so much attention. But, oh, who knows, man. And so, the CIA lady, Linda Walker, and the Japanese guy from the JSDF, the Japanese Self-Defense Force, his name is Abe, they, gotta give him credit, they just jump into the entrance not knowing what's behind there. I gotta give him credit for their courage to doing that, man. Or bravery. Bravery sounds better than courage. So, gotta give him credit for that. And so now what proceeds is our main character, he's like, yo, where's the enemies? They should have been here by now. Turns out, no enemies for now. But he does find a lake. A huge lake. And he knows what it does, of course. Because of course he does. He tosses the golden weapon inside there. And not gonna lie, I was kind of underwhelmed by what came out. It was a giant snake. A water snake. He looked cool. And he, in exchange for the treasure, he offered our main character 2 options. A golden dagger, either a dagger or a sword, or a silver dagger or a sword. And apparently this is based off Aesop's fable or fables, which I don't know the story, but apparently it's something. He says that this is the kind of tomb that foreigners or just about anyone can do, because most places have their own version of a gold or silver axe story. But instead of taking the gold or silver axe, I would have taken the gold personally. He's like, neither of them are mine. Then the snake is like, oh, an honest human. Then, is this one yours? And shows the original weapon that he stole. That he dropped. Well, technically he also stole that. And then dropped it in there. And he's like, yeah, that's mine. But before he says that, he's like, can I get a closer look? And the minute he started going to get a closer look, I was like, oh, he's gonna kill it, isn't he? Yeah. He takes the dagger, slashes the snake, and just proceeds to have a really cool fight. Because apparently, according to him, any weapon that you take from the snake can drive you mad to kill people. Apparently, it happened in the U.S. back before he regressed 15 years. It happened in the U.S. apparently. Why am I not surprised it's the U.S.? But it's like can make people mad and stuff. And the snake was like, "How'd you know?" sort of thing. And Valid question. I'd ask that too if I was him. And so basically, main character, he uses something called dominate on the relic, because relics, there are 3 ways to work with a relic. You can have affinity, which is like peaceful understanding between the two, or you can have dominate, which is like use force to subjugate the relic, or third, compatibility, which is compatibility. Personally, I would have gone for like affinity. That sounds more up my alley, or maybe compatibility more. I like the idea of affinity more, but he's gonna use dominate this time around. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for Snake, man. The Snake's just doing a job, if you think about it that way. Like, he's just doing his job, fulfilling the relic requirements and all that. But eventually, the Snake, to the Snake's credit, he does not keep up. He does not give up. He goes until he's just destroyed by the main character. At least I believe he's destroyed, because the main character was like, "Yo, submit or I destroy you. You think I won't?" And the Snake is like, "Bet," and gets destroyed, I think. Which honestly, bad. If he hadn't destroyed the Snake, I was gonna be like, I hope in the future we get relics that he tries to dominate, being like, "Nah, I'd rather get destroyed." I hope we get that, because I don't. This is a power fantasy. I get it, but I don't want our main character to always get everything right the first time around. So, anyways, moving on. After that, he gets both the gold and silver axes, but they don't make him mad, I guess. However that works. And so now he has 3 weapons. Fair enough. And he leaves. But before he leaves, the Abe and Linda Walker catch up, and they're like, "Huh, where's the Snake?" And so Abe is like, "Yo, according to the prophecy, I toss this in here, the Snake will appear." Too late, man. Snake didn't appear. And so, yeah, our main character leaves because he's like, "Ha, too late, suckers." And then, boom, the place gets shut down, essentially. And it has like an earthquake and stuff. It tries to kill them, I think. Abe survives. I don't remember if Linda Walker survives or not. I don't actually know if we see her after that. But at least Abe, we know he survives. And he's going to be a recurring character, I can tell. And am I missing anything else for now? No. So, we're going to skip to the end here. Or towards the end, because our main character, he's like, "Yo," he calls up some lackeys that didn't get swept up with their bosses, I should say. And he's like, so, because he has a plan. He wants to keep track of what the people that he's tracking are up to and stuff like that. And so he calls up these lackeys. Keyword here, lackeys. And he's like, "Yo, I got an errand for you." And he's like, "Go to Midas, the largest auction house in Las Vegas, and look for a name, which is Jack Kamen? Jack Kamen? JK. And he says money won't be an issue, but then they're like, "How do you expect us to do that?" And he's like, "Figure it out yourselves." And that's where I think he went wrong. I think he should have been like, "Yo, here's what you gotta do. You're going there in person, but I'll take care of everything else." Because if he wants this done well, he should have prepared it himself instead of relying on just these guys to figure it out. Like, I just feel like that's a little reckless of him, or irresponsible for his goals, to just be like, "Yo, figure it out yourselves, bro. Not my problem," but it kind of is his problem if he wants it done. But we know it'll probably be taken care of on its own. Oh, of course. But yeah. And then finally, main character, he leaves a store later on, and he's all set. He's prepared. Has a backpack, a jacket, and everything. And he bumps into the Abe, who's with the JSDF. They have a problem. Main character, he's like, "Huh, if he's near here, that means a tomb is about to appear." And because he had heard that Japan has a prophecy relic, which is pretty cool to know. And so he's like, "Yo, I want it." So he makes a mess with some alcohol that he has, some beer, shakes it up, gets it on the guy, because the guy's upset that he got bumped into, which fair enough. But then he just casually gets alcohol covered in him, and then our main character is like, yup, yoink, thanks, and just slips his hand in there and takes the relic. And like, I mean, fair enough, it works, but I kind of wish it didn't work out that well for him, man. But it is what it is. Although I will say also, it was also warned earlier on that Abe, he had learned that there was a dangerous Korean around whose name would have the one who devours the world, which fair enough, cool name. And so they gotta worry about that. But then after our main character, he's left because a tomb had appeared. And so before the episode ends, main character leaves. Abe, he gets a call from the boss or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I'm here, it's starting. And then they get a prophecy that he should be careful because the Korean that they were worried about is around, and that he also should be careful of alcohol, man. And I just thought that was funny. It's a little on the nose, a little late, unfortunately. But yeah. And so he figures it out that the guy that was just there, our main character, probably the guy that they're worried about. And that's basically how it ends. So, fair enough. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it here. I give more thoughts in a reaction, as always. This review is just a bare minimum of my overall thoughts and opinions on stuff that happens. You want to see my full, unfiltered, full-length thoughts, you can check it out on Patreon down below. But with that said, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe, engage with the video. And until next time, my name is Mark. Never stop being yourself, stay safe out there, and I will see all you incredible people once again in the very next video.